viewers. Good morning, Facebook Nation. Good morning to all people, all colors, all races, all languages around the world, no matter who you are, men, women, children. May you have the most beautiful day. And for whatever goals that you have set forth for yourself on this day, may it be benefit to all of humanity. And we're going to start out like this. We're going to talk about part two. I've been away from it because I've been experiencing a lot as well as absorbing a lot of what's taking place in this world, and it's really, really crazy right now. So, today is the topic: indiscriminate bias. And I didn't want to talk about the negative things that are happening in this world without offering something positive. So, part four is accountability and privilege. So they go hand in hand, but it just shows us the indiscriminate bias that we have and how we view the world directly affects what's going on in the world around us. And a lot of it has to do with us because once these floodgates were open, where now people can't hide and people are showing who they actually are, and the craziest things are happening, and they're happening right in front of us. Something that no one on this earth right now can escape. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. This is why I've always said it doesn't matter what you believe. There's something that's here, and whether you believe it or not, it's doing what Let's look at it like this, really, really quick. There's an old saying, and that old saying says, if someone is talking about you, then you must have a positive or negative it when it comes to you. That makes people take note of you. So today we're going to learn causes and effects of just you as an individual and the power that you possess, each one of us. So it's not just one person, each one of us. But the thing is, we have to do it as a consensus. We have to wake up together, and we have to understand this one important fact. There's a danger in trends. Trends can go in positive ways when it comes to fashion, when it comes to health and consciousness. There's a positive side to it. Then there's a negative side to it, which basically breaks you into three categories, which is validation, status, and value, which is something we're going to talk about in a minute. But I want to stay with this. So, when we follow trends, there's a dangerous path that goes with that because it leads you into your own world, which is not consciousness. It's your own world. And most people, we're indiscriminate. So by being indiscriminate, we don't even know that we're actually doing this. So what I'm trying to say is we're allowing our subconscious to turn around and follow a trend, and that trend just keeps on pulling us like a rope down this trend. At the same time, while you're paying $4 for gas, while your bills are going up sky high, while everything around you is more expensive, yet and still we're following this trend, saying, oh well, so-and-so is this. I have to manipulate this situation. I have to be in control of this. This is my reality. But at the same time, for your reality, we're all being taxed. And it's the person right here that's getting the $4 per gallon of gas. But I want to get much deeper. Whenever anything that you see in life, never take it as a myth, because it all stems from somewhere, even from ancient times. And ancient words are being used in every day. So like I've said in earlier videos, go back to the playlist, that we're under old religion. We just don't know it. All they're doing is changing the names of these individuals through the timeline. And even back then they were changing the names, but the individuals were the same. And these are the same individual players who are right here upon this earth right now with us. I know I'm getting deep with you on that, and I'm going to go into indiscriminate bias, because indiscriminate bias doesn't let you know that these people exist. Because the people that are taking your money are the same people that know that these people exist. This is what allows those things to happen, where you have child slave workers, where you have child slave sex trafficking, where you have all these things. But hey, I got to pay my bills. I got to keep following that trend. I got to keep following that rope, while all around you, we're sitting there and we're pulling. So I want to read something, and the words are true. Don't take the words as words as being words that are in a movie and they don't exist. Think about these words, but I'm showing you the picture of the person in the movie who says this. But what he's saying is exactly, now this is indiscriminate behavior. I'm saying that what he's saying is true, even though many who are watching believes that this is a mythical character. These are all people who just wrote up this movie and this was it. No, I'm saying that this man's words are true to what we see in the present day. So, and it also ties back into Sumerian religion, the first religion that has ever been upon this earth that has been documented, even though religion goes far back even beyond what we have written, because the world has recreated itself over and over. And the more that we reject the fact, the more that we stay in the blind. And we don't know how to navigate through this life, because everyone on this earth right now is deceiving everyone around them. But unless you walk in light, you can never see it. But where this quote right here from Prince Nuada, who was in Hellboy 2, the Golden Army, he says this to his people. Now his people went underground so that humans like us could live up top. And we were destroying everything, destroying nature, ripping everything apart, because that's what we do. If we go to another planet, we'll do it to that planet too. Indiscriminate bias. We live our lives and we pull the rope. So now let's get deep. So this is Prince Nuada, and what he's saying, not only to the king, who, if you get a chance to watch this movie and you understand deeper meanings of things, this is a movie right here where it will educate you on the highest of levels. If you can understand it, this is what writers do. They want you to think. This is what painters do. They paint things so that you can figure it out to see where the mindset is. And when you can latch onto that, then you've achieved light. Now the teacher becomes the student, and you move on. So now let me read this to you, because this, to me, it says so much. It says volumes. The humans have forgotten the gods. Lower G. Have forgotten the gods. Destroyed the earth. And for what? Parking lots? Shopping malls? Greed had burned a hole in their hearts that will never, ever be filled. Never be filled. I added that. They will never have enough. Look at this place. And we're talking about the earth. I added that in. Look at this place. Where is the honor, morals, and values? Out the door. Where's the honor in this place? I added that. In this, father. Now he's speaking to his father in front of everyone who is the king. And he's looking at him. You were once a proud warrior. When did you become their pet? So now you're seeing that we have the power as people. This is all me now. So that was a quote. We're seeing that we as people have power. We have the power to say we're not following. We have the power to say that we're not condoning. And whether it be the European or Caucasian 36-year-old woman who was found literally rotted into a couch, or what it was a 9-year-old girl who went to school, which was black, who went to school for Easter, and they handed out candy and handed out in their baskets, and she brought candy home, and the candy had THC, and they suspended her, even though another student brought that in to this class and gave it to these students unknowingly. This is indiscriminate bias, where we sit back and we say, oh, well, those people deserved it. Or, oh, well, you know how they are. Stop thinking about what is being projected to you, because right now, if you believe in a God, if you believe in something higher, if you believe in anything that's here, what is here right now is saying to you, you have to say no. Because it's those same people who are going and doing these crazy-ass things, and they sat back and told you before they were doing it. It's what we condone. It's what we sit back and we don't take accountability for. I fall into that category. I fall into it. But one thing that I do is I say no once I realize, and I change it. And I hope that everyone changes it. And one thing that I got to do before I step off, I know that people have left social media and they come and they watch my videos specifically. And you know, you're getting away from that rope, that trend rope. And you're creating your own trends. You're doing things, you know, now you're taking life and now you're taking command of it. Most people don't know how easy it is. And this is what you're going to get from this channel. Again, like I always say, I'm not going to say things to you just to say them. I know that this video might be a little bit too long, but for whoever comes on this channel, you're getting real knowledge. And you're getting knowledge that, you know, you can use that is going to benefit you in your life. Just another way of thinking about things. Because remember, only you got the puzzle to you. No one else can do it for you. No one. And this is where validation, status, and value are eliminated. Now you live life under your rules. But the downfall of it is that most people don't want that. So you find yourself by yourself. But the one thing is, you start to regain peace. You start to regain consciousness. And consciousness is bliss beyond bliss because it covers you. Almost like they say that blanket where the Holy Spirit or something comes over you. No, but you wake up and you understand what's going on around you. And you understand how indiscriminate bias works. And those are the two ways, which is accountability as well as privilege. Because it doesn't matter what color you are. Privilege applies to just the fact that we can ignore something that takes place 2 miles down the road. But yet, and still something that happens on the street, we get concerned. Indiscriminate bias, accountability, and privilege. And sometimes those things go wrong. So, but we know it because we're awake. So with that, everyone, I'm glad to have gotten on. I'm glad to have, you know, stated what I said. And, you know, hopefully we can walk away and become more accountable. Because when people are around us and they say things that are way out, we overlook it and we laugh it off because we got our own closet. But clean your closet. Because as you clean your closet, you can turn around and you can say, you know what, I don't want nothing to do with this. No matter how long I've known you, I don't want anything to do with this. So we want people who are going to bring us success. We want people who are going to bring us growth. We want people in our lives that are going to emotionally and mentally stimulate us. But those people can't be found because so many are blind and living within their own realities instead of stepping out into consciousness and become vulnerable to what exists around them. And that's a hard pill for anyone to swallow. But let me let everyone go, because like I said, it was just something I had to put out. I had some thoughts. I had to get that out there. And like I said, I'm always feeling good. I saw a guy in the store today, comes up to me. He's like, oh, he said, you're always smiling. You're always feeling good. I said, yeah. I said, because every day is a beautiful day. It's people. And now that I have this good contact interaction with you and I feel that positive energy, I want you to have a beautiful day as well. And that's how we have to go about life. But where there's negative energy, you can't condone it. You shut it down because you're already feeling it before that is already present upon you. So you have to shut it down from the start. And those individuals will know it, which gives them a conscience because they have a respect for you. And when you shut them down, they have to reflect upon themselves and say, this person is acting differently towards me. And we always have this notion that if we do something like that, I know I'm extending it, if we do something like that, then that person has the capacity to come after me because, you know, look at what everyone else is doing. No, they respect you. And if they have respect for you, that means they see you as a human being. When these people go out and do what they do, whatever is inside of them takes over, and they do it to someone completely that they know nothing about. And they do the most craziest things because they don't see those people as human. So again, I'm going to end this with this quote. The humans have forgotten the gods, destroyed the earth, and for what? Parking lots, shopping malls. Greed has burned a hole in their hearts that will never be filled. They will never have enough. Look at this place. Where is the honor in this? Father, you were once a proud warrior, meaning a provider, someone who came home, someone who was respected, someone who was allowed to, you know, educate the family and bring the family up with one thought. Now we live in a world now where all thoughts have to become respected thoughts, and if you hurt my feelings, this is where we are. I apologize for getting so long with this. But again, it's accountability and privileges. And that's a big deal because that all encompasses ego. For as long as the ego exists, no one can ever have love. You can't exist in love with ego. Because in love, there is no conditions. There are no bounds. But yet and still, we have to become conscious to know that this is what we're receiving. And and that becomes from clearing out our closets. So let's get rid of that indiscriminate bias because of our closets and what we have to hide. Clear them out, and then move forward and clear out everything in your path, which would lead you to a more happier and more meaningful life that we all want, because we deserve it, and it's being taken away. And with that, everyone, have the most beautiful day. Have an awesome day. Sorry I kept you so long, but then again, I don't make videos all the time. So, if everybody's bouncing around saying whatever off their head, I'm saying things that, make sense and, can change the way we look at, the world around us. So with that, everyone, men, women, children, around the world, no matter what language, no matter what color, no matter where you are, may you have the most beautiful day, and for whatever goals that you have set forth on this day, may those goals come to fruition as long as they encompass the benefit of all of humanity. And with that, everyone, peace and blessings. I got that one. I like that one. I like it.